From Heber City to St. George, Utah, a couple of Wasp lacrosse players taking their talents to the southern part of the state. Also, Brent Martindale catching up with head coach of Wasatch Girls Lacrosse team Trish Miller. Not just that though, we're heading back to Park City Girls Lacrosse with another Mic'd Up segment. We know you missed it. Not just that, but we've also got girls track and field on the show. The dual sport athlete Morgan Carter is on the scoreboard coming up next. What is going on, everyone? Welcome into the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris, for this Friday episode. We are very stoked to have you along with us. As we mentioned in the show open, we've got so much going on. Not only do we have boys and girls lacrosse, but we also have got some track and field with a hockey player. That's right, we have got all of it for you here on the Scoreboard. Diversity is the name of the game here. We are trying to cover everything we can as we get into May, which is, as you know, the most exciting month of the year when it comes to high school spring sports. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's get into the first segment of the day. We know that it's your favorite part of the show. It's honestly one of our favorite parts of the show, Mic'd Up segments. And this time we got to catch up with not one, but two athletes here in the Wasatch back. Park City Girls Lacrosse. We've talked about them all the time, one of the most predominant teams in the entire state of Utah. Actually, in the country, they're currently ranked in the top 25 in the United States for high school girls hockey. So, who are we micing up this time, you might ask? Well, Ava Kimchi, also a multi-sport athlete, is the goalie for the Park City team, and she has had an incredible season, not conceding enough goals to lose a game. They are at a perfect 8 or 9-0 right now. Absolutely killing it on the year. And another reason why they're killing it on the year is Sam Riley, who's one of the top scorers of the entire state of Utah. Not just one, but both of them. Blake O'Reilly got to hand the mic off to them, so let's send it over to this week's Mic'd Up segment.
Oh no, he can hear me. So Skylar, how are you today?
I'm pretty good, how about you?
Great.
Oh, Phoebe's coming in hot. Lower right. Pretty basic shot, give that a 3. Yeah, guys, I gotta see some razzle-dazzle to get that 5.
I'm trying to learn how to unicycle.
I'm in her head. I'm in her head.
How long have you had those cleats?
Mine?
Yeah. Oh, they look white still.
Guys, it's the low lighting. I can't see the ball.
I love the pink sweatshirt and the pink sweatpants from Ella.
Okay, guys, I'll rate the shots.
Sorry, I was commenting on the Ella's sweatshirt and Maddie's sweatpants. They're matching. Oh, and Rogan's shorts.
Oh my God, that is like a negative 5,000. I think that went over the fence. That's out of the ballpark, folks.
Come here, Lily. It's the cleats for me.
I'm not going around. Woo! That was a good shot off the pipe. I give it a solid 3 out of 5.
It's the most stressful thing ever. Oh, Lily, girl, I'm still mic'd.
Shut up. Okay, Maddie's literally in the crease. I'm done with this show.
Acknowledge that Ava just overthrew it into the bleachers.
Okay, now that I'm out of goal. Okay, Skylar. Ooh, ping the top right. I give it a 4 out of 5.
Ready? Secret talent. Oh, I should have put it down for one of my facts.
Oh, guys, they are not having it with my ratings. Sam drops a pass, per usual.
Well, there you go. Always a fun time micing up some athletes, especially when the athletes are as talented as both Ava Kimchi as well as Sam Riley. If you like that, if you want to be a part of a Mic'd Up segment, we've only got a few weeks left in the seasons here for spring sports. Just hit us up on Instagram or email us at brigham@parkcity.tv or blake@parkcity.tv. As we mentioned, that is one of our favorite things to do, is to mic up athletes. You really get to hear Ava Kimchi rating shots, Will Bradley making fun of his second baseman, always tying his shoes. You get to hear these little nuggets that you don't get to hear on the sidelines or just as a spectator for these teams. So we're very excited to continue the Mic'd Up segment as long as we have these amazing athletes to mic up. Now, coming up next on the show, sticking with Park City High School, this time Morgan Carter, a hockey player trying her hand at track and field. and she's doing pretty darn good at it. All that coming up next on the Scoreboard.
The Scoreboard is proudly sponsored by Andrea Cox Mortgage. Welcome to First Rate Mortgage.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back into the Scoreboard. Again, I'm your host, Brigham Harris. Thank you for joining us here, whether that be on PCTV or at thescoreboardnation.com. We're happy to have you with us. Now, this time, as we mentioned, we're sticking with Park City High School, but this time we're talking to a multi-sport athlete. It's hard to call her a dual sport athlete. Morgan Carter, the only girl on the boys hockey team at Park City High School, who just happens to be three-time defending state champions. This time, the only team out of Utah, we can say this now, the only Utah hockey team in history to win a game at the national tournament. Morgan Carter is talking with Blake O'Reilly, and she's actually going to touch on that. She's also going to touch on her new school record as a runner at Park City. And remember, this is her first year trying out track and field. So let's send it over to Blake and Morgan Carter.
Hey everyone, right now we are hanging out with Morgan Carter over at Park City High School. She's not only a hockey player, but she is also a track and field star. Morgan, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, of course.
We wanted to talk to you a little bit about this track and field season. We're also going to get into a little bit of hockey, but it seems like you might have broken a school record earlier this week. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our relay team for the 4x200 broke the school record yesterday, and it was pretty exciting for all of us. And yeah.
Now you're only a sophomore. There's a whole lot to do. There's a whole lot of work to be done. How do you feel like this relay team is going to be in the coming years as you continue to grow, as well as the other athletes on the team?
Well, so one is a senior, so that means that next year we have like more room to grow and hopefully get a faster time than this. And we'll probably take in a freshman next year. So hopefully next year is even better than this, but we can only improve from here. So.
In terms of school records, we've talked to Jesse Helton as he broke a school record a couple of weeks ago, and just yesterday as well. We're going to be talking to him as well. But with it being a school record, how does it feel? We asked Jesse this as well. How does it feel to be a school record holder, to know that you are a part of a team, a core group that has done something that no one has ever done at this school?
I mean, I think it's pretty amazing, and it's like we wouldn't be where we are without each other, and it's especially like a relay, like you're a team, and like you wouldn't get to where you are, and like thanks to, of course, coaches. So it's more than just like a person, it's like a whole group that we can all like celebrate together.
Yeah, as we were talking to Coach Yoakum, he mentioned that this isn't the only big, event that you're eyeing in terms of school records. You've got other big events that you're doing well, and you've qualified for state across a plethora of different events. Could you tell us some of those that you've already qualified for state?
I qualified for the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and then 2 other relays. And hopefully next week, maybe high jump. But I mean, I'm kind of just, with help from coaches, that's what matters to me the most.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing amazing in high jump, and it also sounds like you're second in the school history for the 100 meters. Is that correct?
Right now, yeah.
Let's take a quick detour over to the hockey side. We didn't get the chance to talk to anybody from the hockey team, but just a couple of months ago, you ended up going to Dallas for a national tournament, and the team did pretty darn well there. The best, I would say, they've ever done. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our first game, we actually won 6-0, and it was the first win that any Utah team had at nationals, so it was a pretty big deal. The rest of the tournament, we all kind of just had fun and like bonded as a team, which is really good. But the win kind of just, it was cool to have as a program finally, and it's a step forward in Park City high school hockey. So
yeah, we talked to a lot of the captains after you won the state championship. We were there, and all of them kind of mentioned we want to win one at nationals, and you did. What did the team you mentioned that you bonded a lot. How was the team chemistry while you were over there in Dallas?
Well, I think so we never really spent time we're at school together, but there's obviously seniors and sophomores and juniors, so we don't really clash in school, and everyone has their separate club teams, so we all kind of spent more time together than we usually did, and although the seniors are a lot older than us, they still like enjoyed our time as well. So yeah.
How was it competing with your brother alongside you for the entire time?
I love playing with my brother, even though sometimes it gets a little like competitive and we'll honestly yell at each other on the ice, but I love like supporting him and watching him play, and I hope he feels the same way about me. But that's one thing that I appreciate playing high school, is that I do get to play with him.
I know that a lot of players, especially for Park City Hockey, kind of move during the off season. They go to play for different teams and things like that. What are some of your plans in terms of hockey?
For next year, I'm playing for a AAA girls team in St. Louis, which is the same program that I played for last year. And hopefully so next year will be my junior year, so hopefully I get college emails and I guess recruits from that. So my hope is to play college hockey, or honestly run track in college now. So that's another thing that I honestly am really passionate for. So yeah.
Yeah, if you were to have the decision between track and hockey, if you had dream offers from your dream schools from both sports, which one do you think you would pick, say fast forward 2 years from now?
Oh boy. I don't know, because I mean, I've been doing hockey for like 12 years now, so maybe I might pick track because it's something different that I haven't done as long, and I might honestly enjoy that more because it's something new.
Well, she is Morgan Carter, again, one of the most talented athletes that we cover, not just one sport, but two. Morgan, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Again, an all-around incredible athlete, Morgan Carter, a hockey player, but also now she can definitely call herself a track and field athlete over at PCHS as well. Now, when we come back, we are sending things down to Heber City, talking to two college commits, that in Julian Carmona as well as Cole Jorgensen, going to take their talents to the south of Utah when we come back.
Take advantage of the amazing mountain access right from your front door. Apex Plaza offers impeccable amenities and unparalleled mountain access. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. Featuring a contemporary designed great room and gourmet kitchen that open to an expansive terrace. I'm here with Crystal, owner of Guardian Angels Babysitting Inc. Tell us a little bit about the services you offer.
Yeah, we offer luxury baby gear rental and babysitting and the commodities of home on your vacation.
To book Guardian Angels, visit opulentvacations.com. The high-end amenities at Apex Plaza will entertain everyone. Enjoy soaking in your private hot tub or lounge by this 50-foot pool. The clubhouse game room will provide hours of fun for the whole family. With unbelievable ski and mountain bike access, there's something for everyone. You'll make unforgettable memories in this mountain retreat. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute. Contact us today, opulentvacations.com.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back into the Scoreboard. Again, I'm your host, Brigham Harris. Now, as we mentioned before, we are going to send things down to Heber City. I had the opportunity to chat with two Wasatch boys lacrosse players, seniors graduating in just a few weeks, teammates for the last few years, and they decided to keep that team bond going. They're actually going to be going down to Utah Tech to play together as freshmen for the Trailblazers here in just a few months. So let's send it over to that interview that I had with both Julian Juju Carmona as well as Cole Jorgensen. Hey, what's up, everyone? Brigham Harris here for the Scoreboard, and as you notice, I'm joined right now by two Wasps from Wasatch High School. Julian Carmona, goes by Juju if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Right, and then Cole Jorgensen. Both of you guys are on the lacrosse team, and I wanted to give you guys a couple of minutes to really announce your college plans, because I know that there are some changes in the works. Cole, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so both of us are going to Utah Tech. Both really excited to play lacrosse down there. And we've got a former teammate, Garrett Hobbs, down there who's already down there. So I'm excited to play with him again.
Yeah. Well, Julian, he already made the announcement, but tell me, I mean, what was the decision like? Like he just mentioned, you have a former teammate down there. You guys are teammates right now and in the same graduating class. So how easy was the decision, I guess, to go to Utah Tech?
Like Cole said, yeah, we're both signing down there. I remember during fall ball, we got the call, and they were like, do you guys want to come play for us? And I was like, yeah, heck yeah. But first I thought it was just me, and then found out Cole's going, and that made it so much easier. I decided if my boy Cole's going, of course I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So,
How do you guys feel like the team chemistry is going to be down there? I mean, I'm assuming you guys have played, like you said, fall ball, club ball for a long time together. I mean, are you guys going to be rooming down there as well?
No roommates. Like, I'm not rooming with anybody on the team, so all my roommates are going to be new. But I'm hoping the team chemistry is going to be good. Hopefully it's somewhat like it's here, like it's at Wasatch now, because the team chemistry we have here is really good.
Yeah. Well, you guys are a pretty star-studded team, like you mentioned. You got some teammates down there, a good team here. What's one thing you're most excited for going to Utah Tech, not just with one teammate, but a former one as well?
Obviously, starting college as being a senior in high school, it's something new for us. So we're very excited for that, and obviously trying out the game in a new perspective in college ball. So I'm very excited for that part.
Yeah. Well, before we turn on the camera, we had your coach in here as well, Kevin Wallace. He talked about how different the game is. He played for BYU. I know he played college ball as well. What's some tips or some pointers that he's given to you guys, not just a couple minutes ago, but since you guys signed? What are some things he said to you since you made the jump from high school to now college lacrosse?
It's mostly just that work hard and be humble. You're not going to go in there and be the best guy on the team immediately. It's going to take work, and so you just need to expect that and make sure you put in the work in order to get to where you want to be.
Yeah. Juju, what about you? What has he told you to prep you for college lacrosse?
Like he said, like everybody on that team is probably the best player, and you're the new guy who's learning how to play with them. So you just got to put in the work and learn how to be as good as them.
Yeah. Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. You guys still do have a few weeks left in your final high school season. Cole, you're one of the standout defensemen here on this team. What's something that you, as far as legacy, want to leave here at Wasatch High School as a lacrosse player?
Legacy is a big word. I don't know. I guess just kind of, being a guy who just works hard and wants to motivate others. As a captain on this team, I just want to be a good example to everyone around me, just so that they, look up to me, and I want to make sure I represent that in the best way possible.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, do you have a little brother on the team?
Yes, I do.
Tell me what it's like playing with him, and does he look up to you? How much?
I don't know if he looks up to me at all, but it's great playing with him. He obviously plays attack and I play defense, so it's really fun to go against him in practice and being able to play against him. It's been great having him on the team, and he's a great player, and I'm excited to see where he goes from here on out.
Well, Juju, I may be wrong, but you don't have any siblings on the team as far as I know of, but you are still a huge part of this team, a midi. Tell me what it's like, finally, your senior season wrapping up in just a couple weeks. What are the feelings going into almost the state tournament here?
Obviously, it's a little nerve-wracking. Everyone in town, we live in a small town, everybody comes out, watches the games. After the game, they tell you, good job, you killed it. So it's a little bit of pressure on you when everyone's out here watching, cheering you on, but it's fun. Love it. Love playing with my brothers. So, yeah.
Well, you got Heber City, and then you've got St. George, so a bit of a jump in size, right? You're going to have even more people at your games. What is one thing you both are excited about when it comes to Utah Tech? Like, what made the difference for both of you?
Obviously, it'll be a huge weather change, I guess you could say. It's going to be a lot warmer. That'll change things on how we play. But obviously it's St. George, so I'm excited to go down there and play.
It's kind of the capital of Utah when it comes to sports, right? All of us up here in the Wasatch front or back, during the winter, we're well, I guess I'll go skiing. But now down there, you guys will get to play year-round. Cole, is there one thing, or what is the one thing that made it it's got to be Utah Tech? That is the place I want to play.
I think mostly it was just it's still far enough away from home where it doesn't feel like I'm in the same place, but it's still in state. I can still visit my family if I need to. So I think that was a big reason, just the location, for me to choose it.
Well, don't want to keep you guys too long. I know you got some practice and a few weeks left in the season, so I did want to ask you the last question. What are some goals you guys have for the rest of the season? Obviously, it has been a bit of a rocky road. You guys have had some really, really close wins, really close losses as well. So what are the final goals, this final stretch, the home stretch, I guess you could say, for this season?
Obviously, we're just trying to get our focus up and trying to get our game up. We're a good team. We know how to excel together. Like Cole said, we have that great team chemistry. So we're just going to keep pushing forward through that so we can make it to the top.
Yeah. Cole, what about you? Final season goals? Anything you haven't put out there that you want to leave on the table?
I guess just we want to go undefeated for the rest of the season. We don't want to lose a game just to get that momentum going into playoffs, and then really just tighten everything up before playoffs start and then make a run during the playoff tournament.
Yeah. All right. Well, Julian Juju Carmona, as you're called, and Cole Jorgensen both headed off to Utah Tech to play college lacrosse here next fall, next school year. So we're very excited for them. Guys, thank you for the time, and wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you, fellas. I appreciate the time, and best of luck down at Utah Tech. We are going to be rooting for you, as well as that former Wasatch Wasp, as well, another Heber City representative down at Utah Tech. Now, when we come back, we're going to send things over to Brent Martindale, catching up with Trish Miller, coach of one of the top girls lacrosse programs in the state.
Hi guys, I'm Janet the Dairy King. We're famous here for our ice cream. We have 84 different kinds of shapes. We also have some amazing food. So come and try our chicken strips, our fish and chips dinners, our burgers, our fries, our sweet potato fries. Oh my gosh, we've got so much. Once you go over to the Heber Valley Railroad and ride their train, then of course you have to come here and see all of our trains. Our family's serving your family since 1946. We hope to see you soon here at the Dairy King.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris, for this Friday episode. We have talked about so much today: boys lacrosse, girls lacrosse. We have talked about the perennial program of track and field up at Park City, as well as a hockey player who's doing track now. We've got so much, almost too much to cover here on the Scoreboard. But last but not least, we are going to send things over to Brent Martindale, who's catching up with Trish Miller, head coach of the girls lacrosse team at Wasatch High School.
Hi, everyone. We are with Trish Miller, the head girls lacrosse coach at Wasatch High School. Trish, thanks for joining us here today. I know you're super busy.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit. I know you've visited with us here before at Park City TV, and this is just another week. It's getting thick into region play, right?
Yep. Yeah, we had one of our first big region games last week and came out with a nice win.
So Salem Hills, you beat them, and this is not a typo, 17-1. I know, lacrosse is early in its infancy, I guess you would say, in the state of Utah. And I know there'll be a program up and coming, but you guys are playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, we were happy with the game, and we had some really good transitions up the field, which was a big improvement for us and something we've been working on. And it was really nice to see a bunch of different girls get to score and get playing time. So it was nice to spread the field a little bit.
Caitlin Mcguire, a senior for you, playing really well. Talk about her and maybe a couple other highlights from the game.
Yeah, Caitlin is huge, especially for us with speed in the midfield. Really sees the field, can get up and down the field. Probably one of our quickest on the field, right up there with Eliza Smedley.
Yes.
Yeah, Eliza is a force to be reckoned with on defense and really growing. It's only her second season ever holding a stick. So we're proud of all her achievements. And then on the offensive end, Grace Erker and Sophia Nilsson, really a good pair, see each other, can feed off each other, and really work together to get the ball in the net.
Grace Erker, and you mentioned Grace, she's a junior, and Sophia Nelson, both averaging at this point 4 goals a game. I know that's, to the average listener, that seems that is a lot. I mean, lacrosse right now, super competitive in Utah, and it's nice to have a couple of young players. You mentioned Eliza. Eliza, before she picked up a stick with you, was a volleyball player for me, and she was like that. She was, and you mentioned that, and I watched the game the other night against Salem. She does just look like she's what teams hate in terms of defense. Do you guys work on that a lot in practice?
Yeah, we definitely emphasize, becoming a little more aggressive. It's not necessarily in all their nature, but on the field, you have to be able to turn that switch on and off. And Eliza is one of the best examples on our team of being able to just flip the switch and, just turn on the aggressive side. So we love it.
She's a junior. Erker's a junior. Tell me about some of your younger players.
Yeah, we lost half of our starting lineup last year.
Right.
And didn't have much of a bench to begin with. So we have a pretty young new team, a lot of freshmen coming in that we have, high hopes for down the line. Our defense is pretty much all returning. We have Natalie Morgan out there, Mackenzie Good. So they're huge in just, picking up the younger kids, showing them the ropes and really getting them going.
So now at this stage of your game, obviously your region 9 is really tough. It's kind of built, it looks like split into half. There's 3 or 4 teams at the top and then 3 or 4 at the bottom that aren't playing really well. And boy, you got a tough week this week too on the road. Tell me a little about that preparation right now.
Yeah, we haven't had many games away at this point. Most of our games have been home, so it'll be good to test how the girls do in transition on someone else's field. Tomorrow we have Maple Mountain, and then on Friday we have Spanish Fork. But right now we're feeling pretty good about both those games.
You know, as you mentioned earlier, lacrosse in kind of young stages here in the state of Utah. What is your viewpoint of your experience with lacrosse and how Utah is doing with the new sport, so to speak?
Yeah, I grew up playing on Long Island, so it was definitely not a new sport when I was there. But in the 5-6 years I've been out here, the growth I've seen is huge. You know, travel teams are being competitive with other states. And overall, as a school, the girls have been picking up on the game so quickly, makes my job as a coach pretty easy.
That was actually going to be my next question. I know your background from being out of state. Is something like that in the works in the future of maybe taking this team to other locations? I know in the state there's plenty of competition, but is there ever a day that maybe you'll go somewhere else? Arizona,
yeah, right
I know
now
it's really tough with lacrosse.
Yeah, right now we're focusing on in-state, you know, getting competitive with Park City, but down the line, I would absolutely love to take them, you know, to the West Coast or the East Coast where the game is really developed. That would be ultimately a nice goal, a nice spring break trip to take them on.
So, you know, we mentioned Wasatch, you brought them up. They are 6th right now in the state rankings in the 5A and 19th in the state. So you must be doing something right, Coach. What type of things are next for your team? What are the goals?
Our goal probably would be to sweep our region, take our region. That would be our next goal, and just continue to grow on those fundamentals and grow so that we can compete with those 5 teams above us in the state right now. You know,
You've mentioned Park City twice. Obviously, is that because of a rivalry, or is that because they are sort of the measuring stick right now?
I think they're the measuring stick right now. You know, obviously a rivalry, they're close to us, right? But they're the measuring stick. They've been the top team for a while now, and it would be nice to see if other teams can start to shake that up and make them work for it a little more.
Trish Miller with the Wasatch High School girls lacrosse team, again Wednesday against at Maple Mountain and Friday at Spanish Fork. Coach, as always, thank you so much for joining us, and the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back into the Scoreboard. Again, I'm your host, Brigham Harris, for this beautiful Friday episode. If you're in Park City, beautiful is maybe a large stretch of the imagination when it comes to how much snow we've had here. Late April, and we're still getting some of that snow and rainfall, but hey, it's a very diverse state, and we love it very much for it. So get out there, enjoy the spring sports while we still have them. We've got boys soccer, we've got softball, baseball, boys and girls lacrosse, we've got the track season in full effect. There's so much more going on here, and we are just blessed to cover it right here on the Scoreboard. Again, today on our show, we got to mic up a couple of incredible athletes. If you would like to be mic'd up, or you think that there is someone maybe on your team or a coach that you think would be a fun mic'd up segment, go ahead and let us know on Instagram at Scoreboard Nation, or you can reach out to us directly, Brigham at parkcity.tv or Blake at parkcity.tv. We look forward to covering all of these sports while we still can. Again, just about a month left in the entire school year, and then we are off to summer. We're going to be talking hikes, mountain biking. We're going to be talking off-season interviews with athletes, and then football season is right around the corner. If you missed any of this, you can go to thescoreboardnation.com, watch any past episode, interview, any segment that you'd like to see yet again. You can go to our website and check that out, or you can always watch live on PCTV every Tuesday and Friday at 6, and then again at 10 p.m. For Blake O'Rulian and Brent Martindale, I am Brigham Harris. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.